Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Oh. Get that out of there. Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel today as we review RuPaul's Drag Race Season 14, Episode 10, Snatch Game. All right, everybody. Now, if you don't like me, you really not gonna like me today. If you love me, then you really gonna fall in love with me today, because the amount of F's that I'm giving right now after that BS that we had to sit through for a 2-hour run with commercials, I have time today. I don't even have my bracelets on. That's how serious I am. Oh yeah, everybody's getting red. Everybody's getting a piece of this cake today, okay? So, we got to get my social medias out the way. I also will go ahead and just give you a little, run through of what to expect here, because I'm not going to be the loveliest. Okay. So sorry about it. Not really. Not at all. Not even close. I might even get in on the person who won the episode. Oh yeah. Because to be real, that was a default win. Because had there been another bitch up there that was, we're going to talk about it, because Lil Jon didn't just say one fucking word. All right? I got past the 2 minutes and 30 seconds, YouTube. Let it ride. Let it ride. Trust me. She was the best of the worst. But I'm just telling you, that wasn't Lil Jon, baby. Little John is what they kept saying. The gentrification of an artist. I swear on it. Hey, y'all. What's up? What's going on here? Just a reminder, the panel is tomorrow. Jamar84 will not be in the house, unfortunately. I might bring Diane Rajas, Alexander Diane Rajas, halfway through the panel tomorrow. I might. He's got to watch the episode first, but we will have a good time. I expect everybody to weigh in on their opinions. But today, yeah, this is going to be that kind of review. You're going to hear it from me before we go in on tomorrow. Now, if you want to find me on social media, it's at Matty Rants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the Matty Rants. You can find it in the link tree in the description. Grab a branch, eat some fruit. Activia, sponsor me, please. Poot. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, I also do reactions on Patreon. That's patreon.com. For just as low as $1 a month, you can have access to all of my reaction videos available on Patreon. So tune on in there. It's a good time. I did a reaction for this one. It will be posted tomorrow on Sunday. I already have the UK versus the world one up now. And soon I'm adding the Gilded Age is now going to be a part of the reaction list. So if you're on my Patreon now, expect a treat. Since Euphoria is off, the Gilded Age will be taking over, and I'll be doing reactions to that. Da-da-da-da-da. You'll see my new trainer box for Pokemon cards. Yeah. I'm trying to get my card collection together. But yes, today is the day that the Lord has made. Let's all rejoice and be glad in it. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist, so technically I should be in church today, but I'm going to take you to church today, whether you agree with me or not. All right? And I like to start this off by saying this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm going to say some shit that you may not agree with. Some things that may be like, what? Some things that may be like, and some things that may be like, gasp. If those things offend you, the apology that I don't have. All right? Because this is all for shits and giggles. So if you are sensitive in any way possible, you need to write me an entire essay about how you feel. Baby, skip. All right? I love you all down. But what we're not going to do is play the edit game with Matty. This is my show. I run this ship. All right. I feel like I should change the lights in the background here because it's just not blue. It's just not blue right now. Should we do perp? Should we do a little perp? Hold on. It's a little blue, a little green, yellow. Yellow's not that girl. I think a little. I think a little perp. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. I'm cutting up because I have shit to say. I was so upset, y'all. For real, for real. Hey, Matty, I'm so excited for the reads. I quit my job today, but I have a second interview on Monday, so Rampack, wish me luck. Good luck, Nine Tail Phoenix. Thank you for the super chat. I know you got that job in the bag, baby, okay? So we got this. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, okay? I mean, Matty, what would you describe a color of judgment? I'm taking him to the royal court of this purple, okay? That's what we're going to do right here. That's what we're going to give. Tracy, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Maddie. The judges giving feedback was the funniest, the best part of the episode. The Snatch game was a debacle. It was. I did enjoy the who done it, who killed Snatch game. That shit was fucking hilarious. But in reality, this is what y'all did in the first place. Let Cornbread have still been there. I'm going to be very honest with you. Leslie Jordan would have been fucking funny to see. I feel like if some people were still available to be there, this would have gone a different route to where there would have been a top two and a winner and then maybe a bottom two situation. But because there's only one person that did maybe a 6.5 out of 10, and I'm being very generous here, out of everybody else's, yeah. I mean, even Raven was there at Snatch Game in a whole nother character. It was Raven Von Du, Raven Essence Hall, Raven in Closet. Hell, it was Raven Sanchez, for fuck's sake. Like, you get me out of here. I mean, whew. What's up, Andrew? We need a Murder, She Wrote themed episode next week to solve who killed Snatch Game. I'm telling you. There was an attack on a lot of celebrities last night. If Deja won by default for Snatch Game, should she be lip syncing for the runway? I didn't want to see that outfit move the real Havana, all shade, all tea. I didn't want to see her move that stiff draping again because that silver fabric was very, very, very tough on my eye. I was like, girl, I'm this every other now and then. I so rarely get to catch a live actually live. Got here 3 minutes in. What a treat. Hi, Ellie. Hi, everybody. We already got 370 of you here. We need to start this up. I just want to get this last super chat. Black Raven 2022, Mark English. Oh, I'm going to have a field day. Especially with that wig that was lost in time in the back of her scalp. Because that wig was behind schedule. She was there on time, but that wig was late, bitch. Okay? Come on and set this mother off. We ready. Been missing you in the reviews. Thank you, Alicia. Let's go. I've had it with this goddamn show. Oh, before I start this any further, if you want to drop a little tip in my jar and rim it, just rim it nice and good. It's the PayPal, there's the Cash App, and there's the Venmo. Let's just move on. But a thumbs up is muy importante. Please, please. Thumbs up this video, get in that comment section. Bitch, you couldn't tell these two nothing. You couldn't tell these two not a goddamn thing. Honey, a double mint stick of gum and Selena's new this new ingenue for Selena up here. I have let the girls know in all kinds of vocal fry that they have cut the fuck up and they're them bitches. You don't ever want to lip sync against us. Miss Mama, you've had to lip sync 3 times. I love you, Jazz. It will be your 4th after this. You will not be staying. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Okay, George's was on their 2nd time. Okay, the receipts are clear. There's too many strikes, you're out. But RuPaul just had a giggle and let y'all be. All right, I said what I said in my last review. Agree with it or not. There it is. Now, Diabetes is going to be an ass this entire episode because that's just Diabetes' character at this point in time. I also understand why Dia is so over the narrative of certain people and her vocalizing it. It is annoying that she always is coming for Jasmine, though. At this point, I'm tired of it. Like, okay, girl, like, let that baby be. Like, clearly, she's aware of all of her wrong, and she's going to try to get that together. But child, here you go, attacking this village. Once again, the Titan. But when y'all said karma for UK versus the world, I'm going to show you karma today. Because on this runway, karma was served. Now that's karma, bitch. That wasn't the Lady Camden gag. No, 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 no. I actually was like, and that's what you get. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get there. Them weak ankles can't support that tree, mama. Had to uproot off the ground. Okay. We're really moving past this, y'all, because we really need to just get into this episode here. I don't have time for this bullshit of the rest of this long-winded, long episode. I can hear somebody now in the comment section not waiting for this review to finish, trying to let me have it, and means just not entertaining it. Like, as a whole, this was boring. This was, let's get to Snatch Game. Snatch Game wasn't anything. And then the runway, the assignment was not met by the majority, if not the majority of the queens. So we were then left on a cliffhanger. This is how that went. It's so, I can't. Rue, one of the best parts about this episode was his jacket. I thought the jacket was fabulous. It's a great jacket. Lovely. A mini challenge of bubble wrap proportions. Please get into quick drag once again and look as hideous as possible. Once you put these bubble wrap looks together, I'm going to take a picture and see who's got the best picture. Nonsense. 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 Look at this lineup. I love all these babies. Listen, Diabetes is determined to give us a childhood nightmare. I'm telling you. It looks like the biggest doll in the box that always somehow finds a new place to sit whenever you leave the room. Like, where did she go? Oh, no, she's on the couch now. Very that. It's a lot going on here, but the winner of the challenge is Bosco for looking like Aquaria. Not this though. This is an Aquaria. No. But in terms of the red look, that's where it kind of gave. Faye, I see and Angie killed this challenge or the mini challenge. Her outfit was coming undone while she was taking the pictures. I mean, not her fault. It's a quick drag challenge, but to me, I was sitting here like, okay, this is cute. Come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's rock this out because we're on episode 10 and there's still 8 people there. No shade, but there's still people there. Like, where are we going at this point? UK versus the world has ended. We're not, but how many weeks away from España? Where are we going? So once Aquaria -2 wins this mini challenge of $2,500 proportion thanks to Bubbly, they are given the Snatch Game. The Snatch Game is exactly what this is supposed to be. Now, RuPaul explains to them, for the love of God, it's celebrity impersonations, but make it funny. We're here to just laugh. Do not take this too seriously. I don't think anybody was listening to that note but Deja. Do not take this too seriously. Stay in character, be funny, and be present in the moment. Once RuPaul made the whole example of, do y'all know who Expose is? And no one said anything. And she's like, child, I got to retire because these people don't know nothing. I already knew where this was going. I was like, oh, Lord, they all going to pick people she either don't know or they're just not going to be funny. Mm-hmm. Georges, I'm going to tell you this right now. When you said Alana Glazer, I laughed. I laughed a lot. And not that you could do well in Alana Glazer's body, but the fact that you even thought to do them at all, period. You do know and understand impersonations, right? Like, even though Alana is very much known for Broad City, also on some other films and credit work, I love her down. I'm a big fan of hers, right? Even if you did like your version of her, it still would have been bad. So like, I was really thinking to myself, girl, you could have been Chi Chi Rodriguez from Tu Wong Fu. You could have been John Leguizamo playing Chi Chi Rodriguez from Tu Wong Fu. Like, you had some actual options where you could have honestly been the funniest bitch there. But once I saw Alana, I was like, oh, this gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. I'm not even going to go through everybody else here, y'all. I'm just going to be real with you. Like, RuPaul's sit down and talks with everyone was very, okay, So how are you gonna make that funny? And how is this gonna work here? And why is Siri ask I didn't ask you nothing, Siri. Leave me alone, baby. Uh, I just was really, really bored. No shade. Love this show. I can say it as somebody won't hear me, but I was bored. I was like, oh my God. It's the same conversation. It's the same conversation. Jesus. Wild card. What you got, bitch? To add to your point, Maddie, Georges literally says in her Meet the Queens that Chi Chi was her biggest inspiration for drag growing up. Why not take the easiest route? What is up with this? Let me think, be cerebral here. Honey, Jasmine Kennedy said that she wanted to be Betsy DeVos. DeVos. No shade, but like, there was no kind of resume at all for Jasmine to even pull that character out to where I would have thought that would have worked for her. It would have been a surprise. It would have been like, oh, wow, she really turned it. Because Betsy DeVos is an evil human being, for one. Disgusting, vile, evil human being. Okay. Right. And there is really no character to Betsy. She's just a heartless, cold-blooded woman who honestly tried to ruin the education of every American citizen. Period. Just ruin it, okay? She was a puppet sat in place for another bigger puppet, okay? Now, Jazz, I didn't know if you like things stuck up inside of you, but I just didn't see Betsy. Paranoid, we gonna talk about, first of all, it wasn't Ash Wednesday when they were filming this, so I don't know why we gonna talk about it, because I didn't see the look. I didn't see it, baby. She did not have the wig. That was not a Betsy wig. that was a Kellyanne Conway wig. Why didn't she just do Kellyanne Conway? Now that I'm really thinking about it, Jasmine should have just been Kellyanne Conway. I think that one would have been easy. Easy to do. I don't know. I just didn't understand it. I didn't understand it at all. Like, didn't she give you, she's coming from Catholic, like, church for an Ash Wednesday service, but they gave her, like, some brown clay. They're like, girl, we ran out of ash, bitch. Like, I didn't know what she was doing. And here comes Diabetes. Jasmine's having a conversation with Rue. You have nothing to do with it. I love how production's just like, let's just ask her anything about the people that she doesn't like and see where she goes. They have a field day with Diabetes in these confessionals. Eye roll, super eye roll. It wasn't that good. Da 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 da. You went home, girl. You went home, Diabetes. Listen, Satchmo. You went home. You were brought back by a stunt in the design of the edit of this show. You went home. I could say some things about Jazz, but bitch, you went home. The amount of humbleness in my body. I don't understand her sometimes. I get her a lot of other times, but my God in heaven, hallowed be that name. Protect this baby, because she clearly lost her fucking mind. You went home. Do you realize your win is actually not even counting with the -1 that you got for going home? That makes you back to 0 again, all them saves. If you're tuning in right now and you're like, this guy's an asshole, then you probably need to tune out, okay? This is all for entertainment and comedy. I hope these babies are successful, all successful individuals in their life, and that all things are blessed to them, as long as they're not evil people, okay? All right. If you got here, thanks again for tuning in, everybody. 533 of you in this room. Please hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to share, subscribe if you're new here. Become a part of this Rant Pack family. We were almost to 20K. How you doing? Drop a little tip in my jar if you want me to rim. No, just rim my jar. There we go. And that's how it's going to be. Casey, I see you on my Cash App. I appreciate you, baby. Thank y'all for the super chats. Let's go. All right, Charlie Brown. We'll get back to you in a minute. Good grief and fucking deed. Ah! Raven, is that you? Who is beautiful black woman? Just beautiful black woman. My goodness. Oh, what? I cannot. Girl, February was lit, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Hey, Dove Cameron, I live and breathe for you, low key. I didn't know who the fuck you were, but after today, I looked you up because you gave probably one of the best critiques of a lot of these judges that get asked to be on the show. Dove was actually needed and necessary. I was here for Dove. But as for headline Black Girl Magic in the next showcase here, doing the Vixen's work, it's Raven Simone. Sorry. Di is that one kid that shows up to your birthday party mad that it isn't her day. So he has a fit when it's time to open your gifts. If you've seen this, there's this show called Home Movies, and there's this kid called Fenton. If you've ever seen that show, that's who Di reminds me of Fenton. You are welcome if you got that reference. You're welcome. I know she likes to tan, so I'm just being funny with that. I don't think that Raven is on purpose trying to look like what Rachel Dolezal was hoping to achieve. Okay, Fenton Muley, thank you, MB. It's also one of my favorite cartoons ever, is Home Movies. But yeah, like I just find it hilarious every time I see her. It's like a new filter for my phone. Like I don't understand. That's all. But she's lovely. I'm always happy to see Drag Race royalty in the cut. Raven has done her work. She has made RuPaul's face beat. Okay, Mama knows what she's doing. But I am gonna have to sit here and say, as much as I love a little Raven, caw, my God. Upstairs, there is nothing in your basement. Why is this pushed back so fucking far? And did you not know what was happening? And whoever is your friend is not your friend back there. Sister, it was gone. You could even see where the line of her head's supposed to start. It was like, Mitch just means, that's all I'm asking. Is the next time that y'all put her up here with this kind of front, and you want that wig to be down to the earth, you make sure that it's close to the fault line. That's all I'm asking. That wig. I just was like, well, good evening, Professor. Huh. Nobody is safe. It's Snatch Game. Nobody is safe. This might be one of my shortest reviews just for the fact that this was one of them episodes. All tea. All of it. When did William Shakespeare have titties? That is literally the first thing to start this off with. When did Will have titties? To toss. Breasticisms. Bosco, I don't know what you thought your makeup was giving. Gwyneth Paltrow, it is not. Angeria, you are not safe today, and I love you, bitch, but you are not. I'm going to drag. How dare you pick up somebody who's so easy to do? Tammy Brown, you had way too much in the inventory to not utilize that. Let's start this off. Here we go. The first chop, Lady Camden. Hi-ya. High C, orange chop. Ma'am, here's my answer. Like, what is this? It's the chest down here for me. Like, it's a drawn on breast for William Shake. That none made no sense. Every joke was not a joke. Nothing landed. The beginning was like kind of cute. Yeah, the outfit, Jeffrey, give me something to talk about. The outfit was cute. The outfit was cute. I thought the wig could have used a little bit more curls. I was here for the visual until we got here. And I was like, what in the demon slayer? This child has breast cysts for no apparent reason when she grows into her demon form. Kind of ass motherfucking shit is this. And if y'all have seen Demon Slayer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Miss Mama come out of a box with breasts. It'd be like, what happened? I thought she was a little gay. It confused. I didn't understand. Didn't understand. So for me, there was no soliloquy. There was no poem. There was nothing in this lifetime that made me go, let's see that again. Uh-huh. Chop. Next. Now, Matty, I don't see you walking children in nature because I never claimed to be. I hate children. I don't hate children, but Andrew, once again, I know about volleying, and this makeup is so awful. Jasmine Kennedy as Betsy DeVos. This is the second chop of the evening. Ma'am, how was church? Did you give your sins away? What is it? Hold on, baby. What are you giving up for Lent? Like, what is happening here? Are you paying for the sins of your father? Girl, this was a chop. Look at that wig. That wig, what about that's Betsy's wig? And I know with her and them 50 plus wigs that she be rocking back there trying to be Alyssa Edwards, that you had some wig that would have been way more Betsy than that. Come on, bitch. You had wigs that were Betsy. This ain't Bets. This is, like I said before, Kellyanne Conway. That's her. That's the hair. All she had to do was just draw a bunch of lines on her forehead, like really make it a Bible, and she'd have been Kelly and would have just sat on her knees on the chair and been fucking funny. Betsy has a bob. Right. It's a shorter cut. I was like, what is this? I think, let me be constructive. Jasmine does things that she thinks are going to actually do her a favor because they're choices that are unexpected. And I think that she got too cerebral, which a lot of these babies did with Snatch Game, because they thought, I'm going to be them and I'm going to just be them. And I'm going to think of catchphrases that they've said and just repeat it with no emphasis on the structure of a joke. Embarrassing is what it was. Like, it was a lot of, I'm giving you sound bites, but I'm not giving you any construction into the sound bite that would have been a funny joke. As this man who was over there, 6'6", bald as can be, got all the jokes in the world, easy setups. You've seen this show for how many years? I didn't understand it. Let's keep moving. Because honestly, Jasmine, while she was bad, I don't think was the worst. This is the definition of a wig is not enough, and the outfit isn't either, and neither is a finger or ooh. Where was I'm acting. Where was that? Where was that? Where was the entirety of All Stars 1? Like, what the fuck? Oh, I was confused. I was sitting here like, Miss Mama, that lady has been on the TV screen a couple of times. And in all of the time she's been on there, even with the short amount of episodes that Tammy Brown has been on television, Tammy Brown is so quotable. Excuse your mouth? Yes. Yes, right there, Christina. Excuse your mouth? Like, teleport to Mars. There was so much I was blown away that she stayed in one lane and was like, whoa. Whoa. I thought she was Gary Busey in blackface. Yep. I'm like, that would have made more sense how she was acting. Oh, that's Gary Busey. Okay. On somebody's something. Like that would have made more sense. This, I love Angie Down, but chayop. Like, awful. It was awful. It was awful. Hey, I was like, God. No Tootsie Lou, none of this, none. Whew, she just looked like somebody addicted to painkillers. I hated it. Okay, thank you, Chloe. That's what we're doing, because you know when the girls be reading you online and like people be coming to your defense, you know what I'm saying? And they should. But you know when the girls be reading you and they say you not ready, this is one of those examples of there is nowhere near ready for you. I thought Betsy DeVos was bad. This was shit. I love you, Georges. You're absolutely gorgeous. There is talent in there. There is time that is needed and necessary for the growth and development of you as a queen, for sure. You are fierce, though, mama. That you get that mug right and you get them wigs down for the majority of time. But Alana Glazer, what about her do you find relatable besides Mary Joanne? Like, I was really looking for what about Alana Glazer? And you gave Broad City Alana, but no, you didn't. Um, what about that for you, of all people? This may be the funniest thing about your entire performance is this fucking screenshot. Probably. Thank you for the super sticker. I sat there and watched this young baby in their own voice just give nothing. You know about the black, yeah, I was like, this is absolute shite. Girl, bricks, Chloe. I'm throwing bricks. I hope something stick, honey. Stephanie Brown on my Cash App. I thank you, baby. You were on fire tonight. Love from Romania. I appreciate you so much. Kathleen, thanks for this in UK versus the World finale rant. Appreciate y'all so much. Hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Rim my tip jar if you're feeling fancy. Super chat if you feel, but that thumbs up is necessary. 654 in the room. Let's keep cutting the fuck up. Matty, do you think CDR2 or Snatch 14 was this was worse? This was worse. This was worse. Collectively. It was collectively worse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was no. This was bad. Like Canada's Drag Race was pretty poop, but like this is bad. Okay, y'all. I already know with the Tracy situation, and I know I want to give that time, but I want to do this review fully first. So we're gonna give our time for other things outside the review once we get this done, because you already know I do a little talk time afterwards. You know how I do. You know how I do. Fan fiction theater. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Desiree. Ooh la la. This was a drag race here. Listen. What about Down Under? Do we girl, I don't consider her. I don't think of her. I'm waiting for season 2 of Down Under before I start talking negatively about her again. I have retired. It looks like she's giving a hand job to an invisible ghost, and it's going boo. Boo, Alana Glazer. Boo, Georges. Boo. A horrible performance it was. Yuck. It's like the day of reckoning for people. Willow Pill as Drew Barrymore. I didn't realize that Drew Barrymore only existed in her talk show frame. Out of all of the years of Drew Barrymore being on our television screens, from the 80s to the 90s to the 2000s, 10s to the 20s, you're telling me that all you had, Willow, and I love you down. You know I'm House of Oddly forever, bitch. Down for you, Willow. You know I live for you. Breathe, sister. But why were you giving Teddy Mellencamp? Why were you giving Teddy Mellencamp? Uninteresting and doesn't need to be on television. Why were you giving that character? A boring individual. You did Drew Barrymore on her talk show, and no one's watching that. No shade, Drew Barrymore. I live and breathe for you, bitch, but let's be real. Like, I'm not going to sit there and listen to you spit at the camera for an hour. I'm just not going to do it. Not even for your favorite things. Not in the volume of 4 when I have to turn my TV up to 25. No, thank you. You had Never Been Kissed. You had The Wedding Singer. You had Firestarter. You had E.T. You had fucking almost every Steven Spielberg movie imaginable. The list goes on. You have so many fucking movies to go off of, to drop. Scream wasn't there. That why? Now I would have thought Willow Pill would have dressed up as Drew Barrymore from Scream and had the cell. Oh, that would have been so fucking funny. Can you imagine if she sat there with that top and that bob on with that makeup, just like now, just give you the same kind of, just same thing, but like did the whole movie. Oh, she did the whole Drew Barrymore that way. It'd have been a gag. It'd have been a gag. It'd have been a gag. It didn't help that she didn't know about the time that RuPaul and Drew Barrymore worked together. Of course, that was like, woo. And she didn't play on the joke well enough to then recover from it either. I feel bad for Willow because I know she likes Drew Barrymore and she wanted to do her justice, but nothing was given. It was Injustice, now available on PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch devices. Injustice 2. It's terrible. No, Injustice 1. Okay. You're not gonna okay. So I am not going to give her the praise that you think that I'm going to give her today. I'm going to give her the bare minimum because that's low key what Deja Sky did. Deja, had you been sitting on another snatch game, you'd have been just safe. All tea. Yeah. What happened to what? Okay. Shot. What happened there? There is so much to work with in terms of him and his yelling. I was absolutely dumbfounded with the fact that all we had was yeah, and then do the A-Town stomp. That's the Usher song. That's it. That's all you know of this man. That's it. Not even Carson. Girl, he was on Celebrity Apprentice. Didn't say they weren't funny. Didn't say not all of them were funny. Let's not do that. Let's not lie to ourselves. She wasn't cutting the fuck up. Like let's be clear. There was a few times. Like let's not do all that. She was I was not bahahing. I giggled. I one of these kind of chuckles. Like that. Oh, yeah. She said yeah again. Oh, she said yeah again. But Deja played with Gwyneth Paltrow's cringy self. There were points where things were answered in a certain format because RuPaul only knew of that Little John, which I found to be very gentrified in the fact that RuPaul can don't. Who is Little John? You're from Atlanta, Ru. Lil John. Lil. I didn't understand that you could say Willow Pill, all kinds of bullshittery, but you can't say Lil John? I found that weird. He was like, why do you say Little John? What is that about? Huh? Can't, won't, can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. But guess what, though? Out of everybody else there, she was the best person. As much as I'm sitting here going, girl, she didn't even do all the way through. Out of everybody there, Deja was the only one that did the assignment. I still say in another universe, she would have been safe. I have to be real. Whether you agree or not, I have to be real there. But she's the only one that was doing the work. And Deja, God bless you for carrying the entire back of season 14 through Snatch Game on just one. Yeah, that's it. You literally carried them on one word. That should be actually given time. And here's what's crazy, y'all. Let's talk about it. Let's have this conversation. Miss Mama should have won last week. Who? In my reality, this should be her second win. I said it. This should have been Deja's second fucking win. $704 of you in the room. Thanks for being here. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Appreciate you for being here. Now y'all talking about T.O. Now you're talking about T.O. So thank you, Little John, for at least doing the work. Because while I will say you could have gone a lot further with this, you actually did the work, and that is what we needed to have happened. Plus, I'm here for the hair. I'm here for the jacket. I'm here for this. I'm here for the look. Yeah. It's cool. We can disagree, Luna. Moving forward. Oh God, should I say forward or backwards? Bosco. Bosco. Okay, so okay, chop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The problem with this version of Gwyneth Paltrow is that Gwyneth is really specific. So, like, if you're gonna do Gwyneth, like, you're gonna have to do like Gwyneth, you know? Like, she's very dry and not humble at all. Very full of herself, pious, the above, all of that. And she's ridiculous at the same time. So it's like she thought, if I go my idea of Gwyneth Paltrow in my head and give a character versus this, it just doesn't work. It's like this was a little too, I'm trying to be Gwyneth in another Gwyneth kind of way. It was very weird. I didn't like it. I just didn't understand. I was like, what is she doing? Where's she going for this? The kombucha line was funny, but also, and this was mentioned, I want to give a shout out to the Drag Race Clubhouse on Twitter last night that I was attending, baby. That was a key. Y'all was a key. Let me know if you want me to join one of them times. I'd love to give my opinion. I was here for the conversation. That was lovely. Good time. But somebody had mentioned, forgive me if I don't have the names down. It was late and I was on my edible. Someone had mentioned, why are you going to pull up the jug and it be a third full? Like, it almost takes away from the effect of you bringing up a whole big old bottle of kombucha. And so the joke don't land right. Like, I don't think any of us actually think Gwyneth Paltrow is funny, nor do a lot of people like her in general for obvious reasons. I just remember when she came on the screen for the Avengers, when I was in the movie theater, people booed. And I was like, oh no, not Gwyneth. I think I've said this before, but the two people who I have locked down to do that I know I could do very well, with a third that I don't want to do, but I would do if I had to. Tracy Ellis Ross would be one, and then the second one would be Jasmine Guy, but it'd be specifically Jasmine Guy as Whitley from a different world. One, RuPaul knows that time frame and era, and they know who Jasmine Guy is, and they know who Whitley is. So I already know I'd kill it. And if I did Tracy Ellis Ross, the daughter of Diana Ross, the jokes would be endless for RuPaul. Endless. And I can get my eyes to buck really wide and do Tracyisms. And then my last choice would be Joan Rivers, just because I can do a really good Joan. But honestly, I have options. I have options. I have options. I have a lot of options. Yeah. I do characters all the time. Okay. Definitely the Whitley one that's the one Alexander Diane Rogers. Alex was like, that one. Because I can do a really nasty Whitley. But I'd have to be Jasmine Guy. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't just be Whitley. You know what I mean? It'd have to be Jasmine Guy. My voice isn't deep enough for Prince. Yeah, my voice is not deep enough for Prince. If I did Prince, I'd have to do Dave Chappelle's version of Prince. Do you want some pancakes? That's still one of my favorite versions, even though I don't like Dave right now. That is one of the funniest versions of Prince I have ever seen. When they were playing basketball. Sorry. Okay, let's stay here. Let's stay here. Let's stay here. Oh God. Oh, Trevor Noah. I could actually probably do a good Trevor Noah. I like him a lot. I watch The Daily Show every time it's on. I actually watch that often. Love The Daily Show. Oh, Bosco. Why didn't Diet Betty do Sharon Osbourne? Why Ozzy? Like, why Ozzy? Okay, so here's what went wrong. I don't know about right. Well, for the right, I think the look personally was like, okay, I know this version of Ozzy. Okay, got it. It's like, okay. But it's like you didn't have anything funny to say, and then you were copying what Bosco was writing. Ozzy's not a psychic. Like, why? But Ozzy can't read. I'm so confused. I can't read, so I couldn't have what? What? Carson actually, Omar, good point. Carson did a really good Ozzy Osbourne. Like, I was like, oh shit, let Carson compete next time. I want to see that go down. Like, ah. Oh, mama, it was Georges. Mama, it was Georges. Georges. Absolutely the worst out of all of them. And they were all pretty poop. Pretty big piles of poop. Like, very much a basketball game. It's the fourth quarter. You're not going to the bathroom because they're all out of service. Poop. But Miss Georges, girl, it wasn't even Alana. It wasn't Alana. It really wasn't Alana at all. Bosco was fucking horrible, but like, Sonny, tell me who it is, baby. I got it. Deja could have channeled Dave's iconic Lil Jon too. Again, there was options. There was options. But also, I want to be very clear here. I've never been in this situation. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine what it's like, if ever casted, when I fully take this seriously, you know what I'm saying, on a snatch game, to then be put in a position where it's very quick. At the same time, you're up there for quite some time. And you're just going through the motions and you're trying to be funny and make RuPaul laugh while also staying in character. This is not easy. It's not easy at all. So I give them props for all getting up there and trying their best. I really do. If you didn't make it to this portion of the review and you left me an angry letter, I know what kind of girl you are, but here I go. Look at my Libra way, stick it in. Seriously, this is not easy. So while I am dragging these bitches, I love them down. And I know this was tough. But on a real note, boo, Wendy Testerberger, boo. A question that has continued to be asked, it is continued to be asked is, should they get rid of Snatch Game? My answer to that is no. I think casting needs to really focus on really diving in between more than just a look and a person with a lot of followers on social media. No shade. I need them to start looking up comedians that are drag queens. I need them to start looking up girls that are improv and all that kind of stuff. Very hocus pocus. You never know what is going to turn around, baby. I need them to start doing that a little bit more. Like, not just 2, but like 5 or 6 of them. Like, half the cast should be look girls, half the cast should be comedians, a mixture of other talents in between, in my opinion. Because if we get to a point where the look girls don't do enough, and now every challenge afterwards is comedy, acting, this, that, and the other, what do you think's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's going to be funny. Imagine if these girls got to the roast. Like, I don't know. Maybe they'll do better when it comes to the roast, if we even have that this season. You know, who's to say Matty would have done better? See, that's the thing. I made the point that Cornbread should have been there. I'll even say Matty may have done really well there too. What if they didn't though? What would we be talking about? You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's a lot. This was interesting. I think that there were decisions that were made that led us to this here. I think the fatigue of being there so fucking long, okay, also has played an effect on the comedy of these people. And I think that these babies took it too seriously when it came to their answers and their jokes and got nervous when RuPaul was volleying back to them. It's like they couldn't take that RuPaul said something else after their answer. Oh, lots of noises. Like, ah. It's the worst Snatch game in history. It is. For me, in my opinion. Okay. But I think casting needs to be a little bit bigger and badder when it comes to the comedy queens. IMO. Because, no, RuPaul did, but RuPaul also, no, unknown, not true. RuPaul did. But when they don't say nothing back, all you got from her was this. Okay, yeah, that's right. And if an answer is also shit, what are we going to do? We're going to try to make sense of whatever's happening here. Raven's face, as dark as it was, you could see every time, like, girl, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? Nobody's funny. Nothing is landing. Dove was funnier than the queens. It was not good. Yeah, Rue was over it. Everybody was over it. It was like, wow, this was pretty bad. This is why girls should have gone home. This is why double saves weren't needed. The stigmata that is Willow Pill is having a conversation about mushrooms being her religion. I'm not making fun of this. I'm just saying this is literally the in-between time prior to the runway. I agree with this. Thank God I'm over 30. Thank God I'm over 30. I agree with this completely. Like, there are so many seasoned veterans out there now that would walk into this mother tucker and cut up. And we've seen it before too. Bring a Chad Michaels back. You know what I'm saying? Like the girls that are seasoned. I'm talking about some Tony Sacheros, some Lowry's, Chichacheros, all that, baby. A little Rotel dip. I need the seasoned girls to come up in here. No shade to the young babies too. They cutting up and giving us the time. I live and breathe for the young girls too. I just like a little seasoned meat sometime. Oh my. Some old bay, bitch. I need that sucker to dig into the corn where it has like just clumps of that old bay sitting in there, Jason. So you gotta bite into that ball of salt. Oh yeah, like very that. Corn and potatoes. I don't even eat crawfish like that, but I'm telling you, I need a crawfish boil. Sazon. Come on, Keebs. I'm telling you. Wit. I need the wit. Like let's make an example of this. Like when Wilma came on the panel last Sunday. Wilma had some zingers. Wilma had some great puns and good lines. You know, I got my comedy too. But you see how easy it was to volley off of somebody and just make the jokes go on and on and on because you can feel the vibe. There's a rhythm. There's something going here. You know what I'm saying? Very much that. Matty, Willow said the theme for Runway that they got was something you worship. That's why Queens talked a lot about worship on Runway. I have a different. Elizaveta, thank you so very much for the super chat and for this comment. I am going to have a conversation out of my own opinion from this because I don't fully agree with certain things, but at the same time, I see what babies were doing. And I also think that there should have been I think they now need to send these queens more than just the category title. I think there needs to be a literally, and I don't know if they get this or not, but there needs to be a paragraph explaining what is expected of this category. Because I did not see that for this situation. Okay. Like, I understand this baby worships mushrooms. Believe in something. I'm always about that. For me, I was expecting a little bit on the nose, but that's just me. Like when Lady Camden came out, huh? This is a fan versus, I mean, standing is kind of worshiping an idol. But oh, look at me answering that question. But I wanted a little bit more in the temple for me. But I also was like, oh, okay. I guess this is up to everybody's idea of what it was. Because from Angeria was what Loki I would have went with. That is exactly where I would have gone. I would have gave you Southern Baptist down. Okay. I actually would have came out in my choir robes with my tambourine. Bow, 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 and then ripped off the robes and went right into the first lady. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Very much so. I had a mic and everything. Or I would have came out as Joel Osteen. I'd have came out as Joel Osteen, bitch, in a full suit, hair, and had that bullshit shit smile. Very that. Had my hands doing this and all of that. Oh yeah, bitch. I'd have wore it low. Joel Osteen would have been a key. Oh goodness. Actually, better yet, just because the fact that it's Snatch Game, I'd have done Joel Osteen as for Snatch Game and then went on to do the whole bit I would have done before. Very much. That would have been a gag. TT, I hope you can hear me on this like I continue to say it. I know I have to repeat this because sometimes it doesn't sync. I understand that absolutely. I am referring to what I expected of the challenge and what I was looking for. But absolutely, religion is more than just Jesus. Spirituality is more than just one thing. There's a lot to it. But based off of Holy Couture and the description that RuPaul gave, I was also thrown aback just a bit because it didn't seem like that's where it was going into spirituality, into that kind of worship. So either way, that's just where I am with it. But I also want to respect that point, and everybody has their own way of worshiping something or what they believe in. Yeah, yeah. I was looking for Buddha. 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 I was looking for a lot. I was looking for something different. Something. Something. Blah. Weak crap. Do something over the top. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that's for, Shadow. Shout to Shadow. Hopefully they have you in the third Sonic movie. RuPaul, this outfit was actually pretty good and decent. I didn't get a good long shot of you, but I enjoyed this ensemble. I thought the wig was right with God. I really did. I thought the wig was right with God. Fabulous. It's a great, great wig. Great dress. Even though that nude illusion strap is kind of like, ugh. But like, yeah. Ooh, Charles. Now, if I did Shiva, I'd have to do like Final Fantasy's version of Shiva. Not to be too on the nose with the religious Shiva, but like low key gaming wise, yeah, I'd go that level, like that far into it. I'm surprised that Bosco didn't do Baphomet or somebody very satanic. I'm shocked, to be honest with you. Instead, they gave us the same. They gave us the same. Why haven't they called her out for her lingerie? I'm really confused. Michelle, can you breathe up there? Honey, I don't know what gots to be glue, what setting spray they put on top of that scalp, but I know there is no oxygen leaving the top of your head at all. Love you down, sister, but I was concerned for your health. I was like, bitch, can she breathe? Okay. Giving some love here. I see you, Selena, on my Venmo, baby. Thank you, my doll. I need to respond to some of those. I've been way behind on responding to my Venmos and my Cash Apps. Apologies there. Gorilla Glue? It was not moving. I was like, stiff, stiff. There's not one hair out of line with that little baby hair. This is the first time I'm seeing the screenshot. I literally just went like this and just, I didn't even mean to do this to you, Carson. I don't know if Carson had made a bottom joke, but this is definitely giving me it's past the first hole. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I love Carson. Carson's actually gotten really cool and funnier this season for me. I've been enjoying Carson. I didn't even mean to listen. I did not mean. I thought the picture had his eyes open, so this is like my first time seeing it. I'm like, damn, I didn't mean to do that. All tea. I did not mean to do that. But it looks like he's having a good time. No, this is Carson's face every time Todrick said a lie on on Big Brother. Go, Carson. Yeah, Carson was my MVP on the judges panel because when he did that Ozzy Osbourne impression, I was like, whoa, that was fabulous. Ooh, you want to do a Digimon reference. I like that, Thugs Bunny. I would have done Angemon, the Femme version. I like that. Yeah, Ross hasn't been there for a little bit. I wonder what Ross was filming. Dove Cameron, you were a treat, my love. It was nice to have you on the show. I know who you are now. No shade. I know who you are now. I did not know who this baby was. But she to me gave some excellent commentary, great critiques, constructive criticism, and she was necessary. I liked her. She was lovely. Category is Holy Couture. And RuPaul's like, take me to church, take me to the gospel, give sanctify, something to do with religion. It was not really specific. It was not specific at all, in my opinion. It gave, up to interpretation, and that's fine. I would like to be a little bit more specific, but let's talk about Zendaya don't. Let's talk about Zenata right here. Let's talk about Zen never. Deja Sky is giving Zendaya at the Met Gala boot. Because it's supposed to be Joan of Arc. And there was a reference that was done by Zendaya for the Met Gala one time, and it was fabulous. But this is Zeneva. Zeno. Zen Chop. Zinda, no. No. I'm so mad I put that. Oh my God. Did I take the song and do Zinda? I'm stupid. I'm gonna be quiet. Zinda, no. Okay. Deja tried now. She needs to go home. Not for this outfit. She is one chop. Like, it's terrible. It's terrible. But her snatch game is all I thought about in this. I said, you know what? Let me be honest with you. No matter how bad this looks, you still did so much better than everybody else in Snatch Game that it don't fucking matter that you look like somebody's, just a pipe that's exploded. Just awful. But yeah. Poor Tio. See, this is why you ain't been winning. Joan of Arkansas. Girl, Matty would never. There's shape here, Gabby. This is a Gabby with an eye. Hi, Beach. Matty got that coffee in him, but today I love it. When I tell you, I had it when I was watching this. I was like, girl, what is the ugly? What is going on here? I'll give her some credit here. Even though she bakes her face with flour, I did like her makeup. Um, I really didn't like everything else about this. Joan of oh. You must stop. You must stop. I do too, Christina. It's a nice color wig on her. I just wish it was styled differently and she wore a completely different outfit. Yeah. I wish she wore a complete. Ooh. What we're not going to do today. Now, what we're not going to do today. Now, what we're not. No, ma'am. I will never put my TO in that market. No, ma'am. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Don't do that. No. I love you. I love you, friend. But uh-uh. No, 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 no. I don't see our good Tio um walking around DragCon with people with chains and leashes. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, no. Dizzy Dwarf, I will not. I will not. I'm not doing this today. We gotta move on. We gotta move on, honey. Meow. Wait, Deja's look made me scared of Zendaya theme runway. Oh, girl. Okay, let's move to Jasmine Kennedy. 777 in the room. Lucky numbers. Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, we're almost to 20K subscribers on the channel. Appreciate you all so much for tuning in. If you want to rim my jar, you can hit the tip in the PayPal and the Cash App or the Venmo. But a thumbs up is muy importante as it helps with the algorithm in the comment section as well. Love you all. Let's go. This is the first time, and y'all can admit it. I actually liked this. I did. Was it super wow? No, but it's really good for what I was expecting. Listen, just the cadaver is walking, Keebler. You let this cadaver walk now, okay? It's midnight somewhere on a Friday on the 13th for someone, okay? You let that cadaver get up from the fucking shelf, bitch, and walk the earth for the one day it needs to walk. You let that baby go. All right? I thought it was cute. I was like, okay, this is something. You know, she also didn't look a different age. She gave elements to her. I like this. I was like, okay, the Iris Van Herpen part actually is where I was stuck. And while I did think it was cute, when she said Iris, I was like, after everything I just saw with UK versus the World and season 2 of UK and everybody who sent me the link to Iris's stuff, I was like, I don't know about Iris Van Herpen, but I thought it was cute. I did. I was like, that's not Iris. But like, this is cute, but it's not. She's Lindsay Lohan. Well, no, I would have said young. Excuse me, I apologize. But I thought this was lovely from her. The headpiece is I think what really sold the ensemble for me. Christina, this Black Swan. I got that from this look. I thought it was nice. I did. I liked it. I didn't. Well, she says she's an astrology person, so she worships the zodiac. I know people who are into religion through the stars, so I have to give that credit. I didn't get astrology from this outside of there just being a small little Gemini sign up there, but I thought it was fabulous. I did. I thought it was fabulous, and I be coming for her. So like I'm giving her time with this one. I am. Celestial Bodies. There we go, Zeno. Yeah. I gave it time, Jazz. I gave it time. If church music wasn't playing in your head, then you did not get this outfit. Whoa, whoa, bitch. When I tell you, I got the joy, 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 bitch. I'm talking about gospel songs started playing. I heard nothing but the Clark sisters, honey. I heard Mary Mary. I'm just walking. Talk about bitch. Like, what? Someone get that. Someone get the Hathaways, honey. Someone get them. Someone get them. I found this to be very first Sunday. Go in. This is honey, this third row. This third row. Not first nor second, this third row. She is a member of the church, honey, paying that tithe on time, 10% of all her funds. Ooh, bitch, I live. Bless. Bless. I loved it so fucking much, only because I know who this lady is. She has sat next to me in church. And very small story time. You know, I was raised Seventh-day Adventist, so we went to church on Saturdays, and it was very much going to, Bible study, Sabbath school, choir practice. Oh God, potlucks, the lock-ins. If y'all ever been to a church lock-in, girl, that's when you find out who the gays are. But I know this lady, and because my mom also would dress to a certain extent like this for church. My mom had a hat for every outfit. When we used to have a very nice house, my mom had a huge closet, and on the top row of the shelving, it would be so many hat boxes. As a kid, I used to, hop up on there, and I'd like pull them out when she was like gone, and I would go through all her hats and put them on. So when I see shit like this, it just really brings me back. Like, oh, I know who this is, because I haven't gone to church in a while, and that's just for my own sanity. Because I don't like to, I'm not about to go someplace where I'm being told I can be saved and then be judged in the same sense and be given the sin is bigger than the sinner. But really, in reality, it's all based on somebody's perspective of what they think is actually a sin and what is not. And if God is love, then God should be for all. So for me, I have my own things with church. I still believe it is important to have, but if I go back to church, I need to find a good one that's for me. It's been a minute. But yeah, this one, I live and breathe for. Love it down, love it down, love it down. I know who this lady was. And if you remember from my last live, let's have this conversation. Let's have this conversation. I disagree with that, Shadow. I won't highlight that, and I'm disappointed that you would say something like that. I'm gonna pray for you, as I am a Christian, and so I don't enjoy statements like that don't have any backing or value to it when it doesn't apply to everybody over what their belief system is. I think that everybody should believe in something. I think there should be a reason that you get up in the middle of the day and do anything. Okay. I hear you on that, and everyone has their feelings on that. But I'm just saying for myself, even though that what people say in Christianity with the gays are a sin, honey, I also know the Bible was also retranslated over and over again, and they changed up the scriptures in order to fill the bill of the church. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So for me, when I have people telling me about sins, I always redouble think that over, like, well, what are we doing here? Okay. So, but that's my own journey with it. You know what I'm saying? That's my own journey. Okay. I'm leaving you alone, baby, because you starting something with me, Shadow. So I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna keep on rolling with this one here. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all so much. 815 of the room. Let's move past this point here, since I can see that is a very sensitive topic for a lot of you, and you may not be prepared to have that conversation with me right now. All right. So let's move on forward here, because I'm in a good mood today, and I will not be disturbed. And if you remember from my live yesterday, I had a conversation about my favorite color and for what specific reasons, which is another reason why I love Angie. So look. Okay, so willow pill is a mushroom, a psychedelic one at that. And she explains to us that she's worshiping mushrooms, right? That's her religion, okay? Now, I was low-key wishing she had on blue pants and a vest and would have ran out there and then sang Chandelier in Toad's voice. Chandelier! I was really hoping she was going to do that, but that's not this outfit. Maybe in another world. Maybe somebody else will do it, okay? Um, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I really just wanted her to come out as Toad. I like really did. I kind of liked it. For me, category wise, not sure. But then this is again Willow's religious, or excuse me, what they believe in, where their mind is set to. So like, I kind of thought it was cool. I just for the category, it didn't really pull me in. Like, oh, this totally gives me Holy Couture, right? No, but I kind of thought it was creepy and cool at the same time. Like it would be in a really, really bad dream. Yeah. I like the bloody teeth too. I don't know. Something about it's cool, but it doesn't fit the category for me, but I like it still. There we go. Suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Stop it. Tomato, tomato, mushroom, tomato, tomato. Totally gives me Toad's nightmare. Very that. Just very Captain Toad. I didn't know they worship strawberry shortcake. Well, no, strawberry shortcake's it's shortcake's red and then with the white spots versus it being the white with the red spots when you're thinking of strawberry shortcake. Bianca called it a Q-tip with C. Oh my God. Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? I would have said she looks like a tissue after a Coke. Let me stop. A cola. Let me stop. A tissue in a bathroom stall at a gay club. Whoa! Oh! Oh no! Let me stop. Oh, that's gross. No, let's not do that. I'll do what I want to do. Shadow, don't start with that. Please don't. Let's keep on talking about Willow Pill. Okay. I think this look is cute for what it's worth. It is not necessarily the assignment for me. At the same time, it's up to the interpretation of the person. So cool, but very that, very that. Okay. Don't get too big for your britches. Let's see here. Sneezing the ceiling. Bianca is a mess. Bianca is a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. Okay. Now, bitch. Sienna, thank you for the Cash App, baby. Love you so much. Watch your reviews and panels. Appreciate you, baby. I never asked for a free ride, da 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 da. But your knees gave out, your ankle sure did die. This was karma. This was it personified and then some. So you saw Alejandro did she say Alejandro, right? She was like, I'm giving you that era of the music Lady Gaga tease. And I'm looking at the outfit like, I know you are a tall man. I know this. But why the cut in the front? Ew. Just ew. Okay? But when I tell you, and you know I zoomed, this was one of the funniest moments ever. Girl, she got up there, and initially that's when she was going to go for a pose, and you could see for some reason you have on pleasers, this platform stripper heel. Why? No, for real though, Diabetes, let's talk about it. Why are you wearing pleasers with this outfit? Did that make sense to y'all? Like, I was really confused. I was like, why is this shoe? You have on the wrong shoe for this outfit. Like, I get you want to be 7'9", but I promise you, watch an episode of Attack on Titan and see when them Titans fall. This is what we got. I warned you about her in that. Oh no! And attacking villages and shit. I told you about it. I told you about it. And look what happened. To God be the glory. Like, okay, let me continue. I don't want to stay on this one little thing. Like, let me just keep on moving here. Like, it was at that moment that you knew that there was no way on God's green earth that you were going to still be in the air. Not at all. And you want to know how we really knew shit was on some fuck stuff? Let me show you something else. Look at her hands. The blur. Do you know that that is in motion, bitch? I caught this in goddamn 1080p. That is a blur from the body trying to figure out what is happening. Like, that's Jasmine, that's Georges, that's anybody that you talked about, girl. Really, those two. Jasmine and Georges sit there. Hold on. Georges done cut off some chicken's head, bitch, in a closet with Azalea Banks, girl. Brouhaha your ass on that stage. Telling you. Stop fucking with witches. Telling you. Look at that blur. You're doesn't know what it is. Like now, once the Iron Giant fell, I will say this. I was okay with the fall, though. I was okay with the fall. They did do 2 takes. They did it with like they did it with a filter, and they did it with like a whole other thing too. Like for real, for real. I think I keep on blocking them. Yeah, some spam keeps coming in here or whatever. They're just doing too much. But yeah. Orion child, I have an ex that's 6'10". I like to climb trees, okay? Let's not get that twisted. I'm just having fun here. Have fun with me too. Okay. I think she's everything, but it's a little easy right now. So allow me to continue with this tale of a ankle twisted falling down. Don't put on them shoes no more. You ain't ready for them, girl. It's like this is the answer if a tree fell in the forest, would anyone hear it? Oh shit. I do want to know what is she worshiping though as well. That is a good question. If no one if a tree fell and no one was there, what does that say? Oh, poor Crystal Method. Mm, mm. Gabby, shut your face. 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 Let's move forward from this. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. We had 800 plus in the room, y'all. Thanks for being here. Hit that like button. Georges is next. Okay. Okay. She looks good, but I have questions. I have a lot of questions. So she worships Mary Jawayne? Like the whole devil's lettuce bit, like in the play on that, I kind of was like, huh? What hey now for what? Like, I know, I'm really asking these questions like, huh? What does this have to do with anything? I was so confused. I literally I'm so mad I had to cover the blunt or the joint. I'm like, this I thought that was so stupid. But I literally asked my friend, I said, "Do you think they flagged me for that?" They're like, "Yes." Can y'all I okay. S- I I read someone's comment and I almost like went in, but I'm not going to do that today. I am telling you from my perspective on what I fucking feel in reference to what I think this applies to. I'm going to keep it the same way I keep it. While it may be those things, and whether that does happen, in my opinion, it's just not. It wasn't giving me what I needed. So whether you can give me this example, do all of that, I'm trying to tell you from my perspective. That's it didn't work for me. No apologies. I think she's gorgeous, though. And I did see the Pope silhouette from this. And if Rastas worship it, then and use that for their own worshiping purposes or with spirituality, why didn't she go that route? Wouldn't that make more sense since that's what we're going for on that? Like, come on. It's the very ephemeral city. It's just it's the fact that it's like, come on, you should, and it's like, should I? Because like, not really. um, again, I don't give it too much, you know what I'm saying? I'm just reading what somebody tried to educate me on, and I'm like, girl, like, I'm just going in for what I know, baby. Like, I not necessary, not nor needed, okay? Because if you want to give cadence to things that make sense to you, that's fine. This baby got up here dressed like fucking Monet Exchange from All Stars 4 in a green outfit and carried a giant joint on stage. That is that. That is it. It didn't give any of what I needed it to give, and that's what that is. She's a beautiful girl, walks pussy down. But nah, chop. Lady Camden is worshiping the Spice Girls as a stand. Chop. Why? Why? God, this she could have done so many different things. I was like, what is happening here, Jesus? Like, what is happening here? Don't say that, Alexander. Someone's going to give you an explanation as to why. That is an actual thing here. Oh, this is the real question. Jermaine Tucker, talk about it. That's the part I was looking for where I said, maybe Jasmine gave it a little bit, even though Deja's kind of was given sloppity dop. That could have possibly been some couture. Um, mm, 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 mm. This is not my favorite. Bosco is next. Bosco was a nun who had goat hoofs and was in lingerie. And both times she had a jacket or a cape over it. It's like, girl, I live for you, Bosco, but like, this isn't giving me what I needed. The hooves were fine, but that doesn't make up the outfit. I was like, uh, mm. I love you. I love the stands in the comment section. Y'all are key. a joke. But yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. It's not even about me. It's someone who dislikes me that will try to bring this up to then make it a bigger deal. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like I can't give nobody room because this is their favorite and I didn't like the outfit. And now they're so offended that I didn't like something from them. And like they'll lose their mind. And now all of a sudden their world's over. And I must destroy this person, an individual who did not have the same opinion as me. Like, yeah, I'm gonna put Kate fucking +8 on top of this person's crotch and Carol Baskins on their ass. Two evil people. Two people I think that Bosco could have played better in Snatch Game. I know Shadow, but I'm trying to keep I'm not trying to be foodie booty. You have that conversation. I'm not trying to be on OnlyFans having a 30-minute conversation with y'all asking for people not to go away and still talking about Natter. No, bitch. That's not going to be my ass. So, they can't get me. Luna, if you liked it, I love it for you, baby. It's not my favorite, but I'm happy that you enjoyed it. I think concept-wise it was fun, but it's just I wanted her to have some clothes on this time and give me something. That's all. To me right now, this is Naomi Smalls After Dark. They've had it. I know Dove Cameron was like, this is the episode y'all brought me to? This is the episode I get to be on. Oh my God, this was so funny to watch Michelle and Rue like play the detective game and who ruined Snatch game. The investigation begins, Sandra. That shit was fucking hilarious. The best part of this episode was the judges panel for me, like just giving it to them, but also trying to be kind and gentle while still reading people left and right. It was like, I want to give you advice, but honey, like, let me tell you what went wrong. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Like, it was very that. The fact that the critiques was basically a reading session. Rue was in top form. It was like, because y'all were bad. I mean, it'll last 2 hours tomorrow because we have UK versus the world finale plus this to talk about. So we have a lot to discuss. um, Oh, why wasn't Bosco Reba? I would have liked to have seen Bosco do Reba. Maybe it was too close to, you know, the acting challenge. Excuse me, y'all, I had to put myself on mute there. The burp was a little too high. Too high. Yeah, I might bring in Alexander Diane Rogers tomorrow. I just got to make sure everybody's faces are fixed before I put him on the panel so that way no one assumes that someone hates somebody or thinks that they don't like someone. That part. Espana begins on March 27th with reviews that will follow on March 28th from me. So I'll be doing the reviews the Monday after the Sunday it airs. I'm just saying I like to bring Alex on, but I hate reading the comments when someone's like laser focused on somebody's face and then somebody thinks that's cute. Like I'm not in the mood for that. We love each other, we support each other. So where'd the episode go from here, everybody? Where did the episode go from here? Not far, not wide, nor deep. No first class. Very spirit, very last aboard, very middle seat. Does anyone actually like the middle seat? I don't think I've ever talked to anyone who enjoys being in the middle seat. Now, the only time I would want to be in the middle seat if whoever's in the, window and whoever in the aisle is front, put me in the middle seat. I'm just gonna move the little divider and just sit like this the whole time. But this was very middle seat of a packed flight on Spirit that's gonna last 8 hours, and there's no in-flight meal or entertainment. This was very that. Like, whoa. Bad episode. Funny moments, though. I will give it that. There were some funny moments I was just like cackling over, especially when the judges did what they had to do. But why did we not need to have an elimination today because everybody was bad? Like, you threw how many bitches on the stage for season 11 to sit there and almost have a insurance nightmare? Like, you did all of that. Why couldn't you do the same for these bitches? Better yet, let's just do it this episode. Fuck Untucked. That would have been Untucked. They're lip syncing. We could have done this all in one day. I didn't need another episode. And I didn't need another. Deja Sky wins this episode. She wins $5,000. It is her first win. It should have been her second. Said it. Okay? They all got dragged. They all got told they were bad. They come back to the stage. And they are told, all of you are up for elimination. All of you. Thanks, Cortina George. I'm going to start doing more random hairstyles with my hair because my hair is getting very long and I can start to do stuff with it now. So I'm like, let's play. Thank you to Twan. Thank you to Twan. Thank you to Twan. Thank you to Twan. I was waiting. I was like, who is going to catch Mark Wahlberg going, what is happening? I don't understand. We're all out. That is what I got of this episode, which is why Mark Wahlberg's face is on Bosco's puss, because it's just very like, really? So they're all on the bottom. They're all up for elimination. RuPaul says it's going to be a lip sync Lollapalooza to where what is this? There's 7 of them. How is this going to operate? How's this going to work? Oh, I guess there's going to be a 3-way lip sync. Okay, so it'll be 1 versus 1, 1 versus 1, and then a 3-way lip sync that happens. Whoever wins is out of the running from being eliminated. And if you are not the winner of the lip sync, you go into the next round until finally they're at a 2-way lip sync between one person and another person. And whoever doesn't win that one goes home. So, are you hyped to see the lip sync Lollapalooza next week? And for someone to finally go home, if that happens, because the chocolate bar has yet to be used. So there's still an episode where no one's going home. Oh my God, my head hurts. Yeah, 3 lip syncs in the first half, and then 2 in the second half, and then 1 in the last half. Correct. 6 lip syncs total. So Silky's run. Bitch, high key, low key, open the door. It's a skeleton key, goddammit. Silky's run is what they should call this. Like Logan's run. I did it. Yep. Silky's run. 6 lip syncs. Yep. I think she did more than that. Maybe less. I can't remember. But it's like that whole moment of her winning all the way up until the last one was like, okay, what's happening here? Hey, Cody, this is such a setup for a double elimination plus gold chocolate production stunt to save one. That's if that happens. But I don't think that's gonna go down. I don't think that's gonna go down. Mm-mm. This is all gonna come down to what song is given and are they prepared for the actual performance, because you don't want to lip sync more than once. Let's be honest with ourselves here. If you lost the first lip sync and have to go into the second one, that means whatever you did in the last lip sync, you cannot bring into the next one because it's almost the same performance again. That's fucking scary, especially if you somebody don't have no moves. You don't have no run-tos. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no like already set up choreography in place. This is kind of scary. If I was somebody who didn't have no kind of rhythm up there, I'd be worried. I'd also be worried if there was a ballad and you're going up against a girl who can emote the fucking house down or who knows comedy. I'd be scared. Ooh, this is not a good place to be in. No, it's too risky. You're in a situation where you could end up lip syncing 3 times and go home. Imagine losing all 3. I at least laughed at how Deja and Camden's wins came from production being forced to stop ignoring them. But for Deja, it was for the wrong reasons. LOL. That part. Both Camden and there were a couple episodes where there could have been decisions. People could have had multiple wins and stuff. Very much that. It's kind of spread all around. It's very peanut butter and jelly. I need a damn ballad too. Seriously. I think Georges will be fine. I am not lying. I think Georges will be fine. And I think for obvious reasons. If you had to pick who would be your bottom 2 this week, Matty? This week, Georges and it's kind of hard because everybody was pretty awful. Angie's Runway saved me for her. Jasmine's Runway was pretty fucking good for me. I would have been proud of that one because it was a better look than before. Maybe Camden, maybe Bosco, maybe Willow. Of all the girls, that's hard. It'd been Georges versus one of them 4. I just didn't think that Jasmine's look put her in the bottom this week, even though her Betsy DeVos was pure shit. I think Angie's look saved her. I do love Willow, but this was really a fucking awful episode. And even though the mushroom's cute, I don't think it's what they were looking for from her. And I think that the judges would have gave her a little bit more harsher critiques in reference to that. Oh, I forgot about Diabetes. Oh, come on. Like, really? I mean, Dia's Ozzy Osbourne wasn't the worst thing ever. She did copy her homework. But like, I mean, the runway was a chop suey. You know what I'm saying? It was very in chicken broth, you know. Yeah, Diabetica, I don't know. I don't think I would have. Yeah, I don't think I could have put her. See, that's why I believe that all of them in the bottom this kind of way does make a little sense because everybody was kind of shitty. Like a lot of them were shitty, like super shitty. I don't know. I think everybody should have been in the bottom. I don't, except for Deja, and that was a barely passing on that one for me. She did fall. Drayson, you're not having it. Drayson is not having it. Y'all are not coming for Charlie Brown. You are not coming for their tall Charlie Brown today, bitch. I know that's right, Drayson. You better stand up. Get in there. Because someone had to, because your sis fell hard, bitch. Hard. Skadoop-da-doop-da-doop. No, she didn't fall that hard. Them ankles were the only thing, though. The ankles were the only thing. She didn't fall as hard as she didn't like Beyonce fall down the stairs. No. But like, them ankles gave away. I just started singing Fallen by Maya. Fallen, head over heels. I'm falling on the main stage. I'm falling in front of RuPaul, in front of Dove Cameron. And for me, I felt it was deserved after all the time she came for Jasmine's too talking too much ass, even though I do agree with Dia half the time. That's the worst part about me and Dia. Like, y'all probably think I hate that lady. I really don't. I agree with her half the time. I just don't like the approach. And then other times I'm like, well, maybe, but and went home. Mm, mm-mm. No, because you could see the rotation in the ankle. It was like a seismic toss. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, have you ever seen one of the moves when in the old Pokemon games when it showed them go up in the air and then like spin and then come back? Like very Pokemon Stadium. Uh-huh. It was a good seismic toss. No, ma'am. Like someone flipped a coin and she died. Like it was that. Yeah. No. um, can I believe Dia was annoyed with the double save last week when she brought back being eliminated in week 1, essentially a double save? Isn't it interesting? But here's the thing. I think that Dia's assessment of Jasmine being delusional wasn't even a read. It wasn't even a real big read like that. I think people are very sensitive when it comes to stuff that is said on the show by particular people. Even I can take things a little bit too deeply sometimes. You hear what I'm saying? You know, I'm accountability chief right here. I'm just being real. Like, I don't think that was that deep when she said that moment. Jasmine even laughed at it. It was like, I can be delusional. I think a lot of us in our own sort of way, in certain senses of things, can be delusional to certain aspect of stuff. Like not to a full effect of pure idiocracy, but you know. Ah, Kevin, Dia's ankles were like Autobots. Roll out. Save. Oh, that was funny. Robots in the pop, 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 dead. Just out. Mm-mm-mm. I'll save this Lulu bird because I know it's been kind of weird. It's been a little bit like, what are we doing here? I like the Family Feud version of Snatch Game they did. I thought that was funny. I think that it's time to start changing it up a smidgen, like every other season. Bring it back to the old, then go to something new. Bring it back to the old, and also maybe not have 8 people there at the same time. I know I said this before, and I get to take it back now. Now I get to take it back. Maybe 7 or 6 is the good number to do for Snatch Game because 8 of them there, it was a lot of misses and only 1 hit. So it was a lot. It was like getting beat up while watching a TV show. Like everybody bad. You know, instead of everybody mad, it's everybody's bad. Okay. Same old jokes from the block. Same old rhythm from the block. I've been getting to the jokes. Not everybody's bad. Uh, just awful. Oh. Yes, I think this was much worse than season 4. Season 4 was chaotic, but there were some highlights in season 4's time. Like, even though that was really shitty, it like we can make fun of Snooki go smush smush. We can make fun of Fifi O'Hara. Give it a 12. Give it a 12. That was nonsense. Like, we can do all of that. There are quotable bullshitty ass moments from season 4. Milan. Baby. you know, do like literally their Snatch Game was being feminine. What a hard pill to swallow, but this was worse because it's season 4 is season 4. It's the 4th season. They're still warming up. This is in the oven. It's pregame. It's logo days. There's been years, there's been time, there's been examples. There's been examples from many seasons on what not to do in Snatch Game. So for me, this is why it makes it even worse. Like, y'all had the blueprint. You had people to go off of. Like, you had so much to work with. So I felt bad. I felt bad watching these people get up there and look a plum fool. But what made it worse is the fact that I had almost a little bit of a PTSD moment from a situation happening. Look at Deja. Look at Deja. This was the week, girl. This was the week to be safe. This was the week to be safe, mama. This was the week. You needed this win. T.O., you needed this win. I know it, bitch. I know you were like, oh, this was the one. This was the one. And Enrique, and Jiggly knows that. Jiggly knows that too. She knows hers was horrible, but it was iconic. It was horrible, but it was iconic. Not Smash Game. Yeah, I laughed in certain aspects of season 4 Snatch Game. This one was just us sitting down looking at the TV. I know, Diabetic. You thinking, girl, I'm back here again. I'm back here again. Let them put me up against Jasmine or Georges. You better come with it. Telling you that right now. RuPaul is over it. She said the real shit has begun. Game on, bitch. This is what you asked for. You didn't do the assignment, so now I'm punishing you. And I'm low-key keeping you here another week so I can torture this audience that's been watching you for damn near 3 fucking months already. And the next week, we will finally have someone go home if the person who's going home does not have the chocolate bar. If. Because if they have it, this gave me Queen of the Universe all over again, and I fucking hated seeing that to be continued. Hated it! Do you think Daya or Bosco's gonna make it next week? I think that Bosco's gonna have a tough time. I think that there may be a point where they are gonna have to pull something up and they possibly will be fine. But I think she's gonna have a really, really tough time. Daya, it depends on who she's up against. It'll depend on what the song is and who she's up against. Daya is gonna pray for a Pink song. Or something by Evanescence. Like very that. Something very like 2000s alternative rock. She's gonna be praying for it. If she gets Blink 182, Daya will be fine. Like Green Day, a little bit of, Panic at the Disco, anything like that, Daya will be fine. Anything like that will be fine. Hell, if her and Matty Morphosis were still there, that would be the double save that everybody would get. They just rock on. Did she, Melissa? I forgot. I think she'd be praying for the Godzilla theme music, Key Blue. I actually would live if they did Panic on the Disco as well. There are actually a couple of like alternative rock groups or that like emo, like ska, whatever you want to name it. Girl, I actually would live a little bit. A little bit if I heard some of that music. Like I would kind of be like, oh, we're going there. Like, like what if they start playing the Kingdom Hearts theme music? When you walk away, please don't make me say, please. Oh, baby, please don't go. Simple and clean is the way that you... Like, imagine if it was the Kingdom Hearts theme music. It's hard to let you go. Here's actually why I'm okay. I'm okay with this happening for a good reason, okay? They're all going to get to go backstage and change into something completely different. So everybody should be comfortable lip syncing, whether their outfits will have a stunt already put into the costume or not. We have that to look forward to. So that I am happy about. That I'm okay with. That I'm fine with. Give me the lip sync Lollapalooza. Let's go. But that's the best part about it all. Ain't nobody gonna be up there looking like, oh, like, no, all y'all hoes get to go backstage and change your goddamn clothes. It's you better come through. You better come in some outfit. George's, you can already see in the preview what George's is gonna wear. George's is in battle clothes. So whoever gonna fight George's, I hope I hope the song is something to your liking. Because if it's anything that girl has in her wheelhouse, you are gone. You're gone. TikTok. If Deja was in the bottom two, I'd be concerned for someone up against Deja Sky, but she's safe. She's safe. Who else do I have any concerns who I think is going to do just fine? I think Willow will be okay, but it depends on what's going to happen. I think Willow will be fine. Depends on the song. I don't know, because remember, Willow's a dancer. Let's not forget, Willow's not just Willow. No, it's not. No, it's not just Willow. It's not just that. No, it's not. Nope. Mama can move, so we'll see what happens. Somebody on the panel tomorrow is going to have a conversation about when they saw Miss Mama performing recently, and I'll let them have that conversation with you. I haven't seen her move yet, so I can't tell you what they're going to do. But somebody on my panel who's going to talk tomorrow is going to have a conversation after they saw her live at the club and was like, now, Matty? And I said, oh. So then again, everybody has their own expectations of what they think people are going to do. Okay. And Angeria already told us she has 2 left feet. Okay. So just because there's melanin in somebody's skin does not mean they have rhythm. Wendy and So Fly. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, she said 2 white feet. Oh, child, I said left because I don't want nobody getting offended over the mayonnaise comments I left last couple seasons ago. How dare you? I like putting a little mayonnaise on my sandwich. I take that as a compliment. Shit, it's a good condiment for some folks. I like smoked mayonnaise too. Shit. You better ask T Dollar from getting shut up. Oh my goodness. I can't. I won't. I will not. I refuse. Let's see here. Aaron, thank you for the Cash App tip. I appreciate you, baby. Chipotle mayo. I mean, olive oil mayo. It's very that. This sums up the episode for me. I was with Di on this part right here. This summed up the episode for me. Worst episode in Drag Race history? No. We'll have to come back to that conversation later. Can it be close to the top 10? Yeah. And it's not even about like scripting wise and all that. It's just the way everything turned out. Not even the narrative of this episode could save it. I'm so serious. It's just how everything turned out. Oh, I have nothing. For Untucked. I'm glad George's family showed up. Cute brother, by the way. Okay. But like, I'm sitting back there going, okay. Yeah. That was me for all of Untucked. I went into the kitchen and made food. Came back, still wasn't entertained. God bless these queens. It's not you, babies. It's just I think a lot of y'all are also scared of the social media attacks because, I mean, look at now. Like, they're literally watching every word they say now, and people are still attacking them for breathing incorrectly or staring at somebody funny or rolling their eyes in a moment. Like very that. It's so annoying. So I do kind of miss the aspect of queens not giving a fuck and just acting up a little bit. I do miss a little bit of that. I miss a little bit of the, I'm so worried about how this is going to turn out for me. But I also get that they have to protect their careers afterwards as well as themselves. And unfortunately, some people can't take a little extra. I know I can pop off in some moments on the show, but the next day I'm over it. I also don't go to people's comment sections and tell them how they should act and feel and how dare you. No, I get on here and express my opinion. But at the end of the day, that's just them people, bitch. That's them. That's what they wanted to do. Todrick went on national television and was being in a complete booty hole, and he knew what he was doing. Thought it was going to get him the crown. Didn't work. Didn't work. Okay? Diet was tired of people calling her Crystal Light. So she got herself some country time lemonade and decided to act the fuck up. All the sugars, mama. This is her character. Jasmine talks too fucking much, but she's trying. Georges is beautiful, but a little backwards, a little behind schedule. Bosco's one of the best baristas I've ever seen on Drag Race. Deja Sky is a seamstress. This is what she told us. And she should have won a couple other episodes. One other one. Lady Camden is in her own way half the time. Angeria is also the same way. Willow Pill honestly can't do no wrong until she also gets in her own way. A lot of this is getting in their own way type of people. Like a lot of them are. Who else is up there I can think of that I give this conversation to? I think I went through everybody. They're all working on something. And I get it's TV. I get that, it's hard to be yourself and then not be yourself because you don't want people judging who the fuck you are and then you acting up. No, I talked about, did I not talk about Camden? No, I talked about Camden. I said she's in her own way. Just like Angeria, just like Willow. When they think too much about it, boom, that wall is up and they are having a very hard climb. So this is tough. My point for Bosco being the best barista ever is that Bosco clearly has a vision. It's very, very present. It's easily understood. However, I think that sometimes Bosco's own narrative does not work in their own favor. Like what they know that'll work, that is right for them, should have actually been done just a tad bit differently. And other times, she's on the mark completely. I think if Cornbread was there, she would have had to lip sync by now. She would have already lip synced once. I promise that. And she would have also had another win by now. I'll say that. She would have been in the bottom by now. And she would have had an extra win. I bet you money. You miss a Ryan story? Well, some people need to go to sleep, Keebler. So you enjoy your Ambien. Go ahead, bitch. No, back to Orion, though. If Orion came in a little bit more confident in themselves and also prepared, especially for that talent show, we probably would have got a whole nother story. Oh, there it is. Yep. Say it the first time, Matt. A whole nother story. Period. Seriously. If Carrie went to some improv classes, if Carrie took a little bit of the comedy aspect seriously and didn't focus so much on just the look, Carrie would also still be there too. Matty Morphosis, I don't know. I'll be real with you. I'm not even shading you. And I do think you had a space and a place there, but I honestly felt like they put you in there for just the time. For just time. And to I don't want to be that girl, but like it was a good prop and it brought a lot of people on the table. It brought a lot of people to the show, I'll tell you that. I think if Matty knew how to dance, this would have been a different story. Actually, Alti, how Matty would have stayed if Matty knew how to dance. Yep. Ooh. If Matty knew how to dance, Matty'd still be there. She needed one dance class. That's all that we needed. One more dance. Oh, and walking in heels. Yeah, that too. That walking in heels bit was never, ever, ever going to make it. Never going to make it. But she can't. So here we are. Shut up. Shut up. I like the looks. I'm not blown away by them. I like the tongue-in-cheek aspect of Matty's looks. I think that one runway where she had that the football look wasn't that girl. But yeah, she's interesting. Matty may be somebody who we will see on an All-Star season who does quite well because now they understand, okay, I could have done this, I could have done that. There we go. But for me, I just wasn't blown away by the full aspect of it. And I think more people were just enamored with the fact that he was a straight man doing it. That's just my opinion. Maddie did a video of her being Trixie Mattel on TikTok. Thought it was on point, not gonna lie. So would it have been just Maddie Morphosis doing Trixie Mattel doing RuPaul? I did, Darren. We'll talk about that in just a second. I still got Drag Race stuff up right now. Okay. I don't have anything else to say. I think I'm done here with episode 10 of RuPaul's Drag Race season 14. Worst Snatch game ever? Possibly. Possibly. Probably. I do want to thank everybody for tuning in with me this good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you're at. I appreciate everybody for joining me for this live. I hope everybody understands this is just for entertainment. A giggle for shits, a laugh or two. Whether you agree or not, it's just comedy. Okay? And opinions that are not all factual, some are, not all, just giggles. If you in any way were upset by this ain't your channel, boo. All right? If you're not subscribed, what the fuck? I'm funny and I'm cool sometimes. And I knock stuff over and I'm a little bit clumsy, whatever. But if you don't subscribe, like, what are you doing? Like, we're cool people here. Become a part of the Rant Pack family. And once you do that, you will be on the greatest channel ever. I said it. Also, don't forget to join my Patreon because those are live slides. They are reactions that I do for these episodes that I watch. And it's just $1 a month. The tuck. Okay. Also, let's talk about just a few other things because now we're off of Drag Race just a little bit here. I like low-key did this right before the live. I do want to send my condolences to the Braxtons as well as anybody who may have been affected by the passing of Tracy Braxton. I was gagged that happened this morning. It was not expected. I know that she was going through things, but I didn't know that. Unfortunately, she passed away from cancer. And Tracy was one of my favorite people on the show, like one of the most likable sisters out of everything. But unfortunately, we lost a Braxton sister today with Tracy Braxton. So you may see some things online in reference for that today. Send some love and some light out there. Tracy was a good heart. I always felt like Tracy got the shitty end of the stick when it came to the sisters. I ain't gonna go too much deeper into that. That's a Braxton conversation. But condolences to her family, condolences to anybody who was close to her that's affected by this situation. You know, I found her to be one of the most funny people there, period, on the show. So my finger is healing. There's still a little piece. There's still a little piece missing from my finger, and it's healing up slowly but surely. But we still have to clean it every day. I have to rechange the bandages twice a day. Hydrogen peroxide, Neosporin, Bactine, all that kind of shit, and just keep it covered up so I don't get it infected. But it's getting better, but it's still sensitive at times, especially when I'm spraying it with Bactine. Dear God. Ah! So yeah. All my love to Tracy. Fingers getting better. Turning Red is in my top 5 Pixar movies. I don't think I was kind of blown away by how much I liked it. And I already have the reasons for why I like it so very much. I liked it so much because it takes place in the time that I went to school. Like it's 2002 and she's in 8th grade. I was in 9th grade. Like everything about it gave me my time frame and era of like growing up. So I was like, oh shit. She's 13. I was 14 at the time. Everything about it felt very on brand for Maddie growing up. So I had like an affinity with watching the show. So I felt some sort of thing about it. It's also, I mean, you can literally tell it's a metaphor for something. Turning Red, it's definitely a metaphor. But the way they tell the story and how it is done, bravo. Bravo. I also love that it takes place in Canada, but in Chinatown with a Chinese family. And it also brings in aspects of culture as well as, you know, them being immigrants moving to Canada. Like bits and pieces of that are added into the elements of the movie. But I also just love the main character so fucking much. Like I loved her so much. I loved her so much. And I kind of understood who she was, like trying to be the perfect one and making sure everybody's like I resonated with her character. Her mother was so embarrassing. The red pandas were absolutely adorable. And just it was an overall great, 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 great movie. It was very feel good. And yes, I did cry like a little baby towards one part of the movie. I cried like a bitch. I was just sobbing at one part. It reminded me of a conversation I had with my mom, and it just, oh, I was done. It was like the wording they were using. I was like, oh no, this sounds very familiar. So yeah, it's a really, 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 really good movie. It's in my top 5. Wall-E is still my favorite Pixar movie, but I got to figure out the rest of it, how I'm going to order it up. But Turning Red's in my top 5. I was happy. I was really happy with how that came out. The Four Town music, especially, that was some good music. The whole movie had great music. Whoever did the score was great. The Four Town music was good. Everything about like I just loved it. I just loved it. I loved it. I really did. I loved it. It was really good. I enjoyed it. Wall-E. I know Wall-E's my favorite. Up is number 2. It's Wall-E, Up, The Incredibles, Wall-E, Up, The Incredibles, Toy Story. What was the one with the bear? It's the one with the bear. I cried like a bear. I boo-hooed in that movie. It was the whole part about being left behind kind of bit. Like from your person. Oh, I so sobbed. That one, and then Turning Red would be 5. Yeah. Yeah. Up has a big special place in my heart. Oh, that was Toy Story 3. Okay, then Toy Story 3 would be my 4th favorite. Like something about that one sat with me a bit. Yeah. That one sat really with me in terms of the bear, and he felt very much like a villain. I enjoyed that much more than like say being like this kid that's going to possibly like melt them, or you know, the whole other bit from the second one. I prefer that a toy was like the villain and there was like this whole army of things that were around him. I enjoyed that, but also the message too. And it was very scary in Toy Story 3. Bitch, I thought they all were going to die. I was like, bitch, what if they all got thrown in the fire? I really thought everyone was going to die. I was in the movie, they're like, oh my God, this is it. And they're all holding hands, accepting death. That was deep. Like, all right, y'all, this is it. It's The Last of Us. I'm like, what? What? I was not present. I was like, oh no. Oh no. This is deep. I remember kids crying in the movie theater. Like, what is happening? They're all about to die. So sad. Oh. Inside Out is in my top 10. I put that as number 6. Monsters Inc. number 7. 8, 9, 10. Come on, Matt. 8, 9, 10. Finding Nemo 8. 9 would be The Incredibles 2, and 10 would be, I feel like I'm missing some Pixar movies. Coco. Yep, Coco. That's definitely that's number 9. Actually, I might have to switch up my entire list. I think Coco's a lot higher than what I'm giving it. No. Coco's right where it needs to be. I don't watch it as much because it's too traumatic. Coco's too traumatic for me. You want to talk about some baby singing to his grandmama? Oh, no. Can't do it. Cat. Every time that scene comes up, I am wearing. Remember me. No way. Encanto is not Pixar. We're on the Pixar tip. Finding Dory was good, but I didn't really think it was like I'm a part of the old school. Like I was still on the first Finding Nemo. I think Finding Nemo, yeah, yeah, still on Finding Nemo. um I cried like yeah, Coco was just it was a lot. That was a lot to take in. Luca was okay. I honestly didn't even I was like, "Was this necessary?" Like, I'd not no shade. I enjoyed it, but I kind of found myself fast forwarding through certain parts. I preferred Turning Red a lot more than Luca. A lot more than Luca. I like Ratatouille. It's just not one that again, I'd have to go through a list. I'd have to literally sit in front of a Pixar list and then make it out because I'm just naming the ones that I can name off the top of my head that I love so much. But like, yeah, Cars is definitely the Cars franchise is the worst of the worst for me when it comes to Pixar films. Yeah. What about Soul? I like Soul, but that was also Soul took a second. Soul took me a second. Once we got in the message of everything, that's when it got deep, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I really loved it. But it's not one of my favorites. Takura, I can see the trolling girl. We're like on Pixar. Yeah, Inside Out was good. I think I'd put Inside Out a little bit higher up because the bing bong, got to make the sing song, bing bong, bing. Yeah, I think Inside Out is probably a little bit higher for me because Inside Out also that's very relatable. It's extremely relatable. Like happiness can't exist without sadness. Like joy can't exist without sadness. Like that or grief. Like that was so deep. It's like sure. I'll get listen, I'll send you the address. Uh-huh. It's in Los Angeles. I'll meet you there. Cars was shit. What was the purpose of the movie? Inanimate objects like alive, boo, like toys was the same thing, but that actually makes sense for me. Like I wouldn't want my vehicle to be speaking to me only in a Chevron commercial. That's the only time my vehicle need to be talking to me, girl. Don't you be mad at me because I farted in the seat. Don't you be mad because I spilled that soda in that mouth. They're just it's a world of cars. That's a Rick and Morty episode I would watch, but I just wasn't into the Pixar element of it all. I was like, why? Like, why? So what? Who cares? Like, how is a compact vehicle being made? Like, I don't understand this. There were sequels. Planes. Does anyone even remember Planes? Is that even on Disney Plus? Like, awful, awful. You think Ants is better than A Bug's Life? Gag, Nerdigans, gag. I would never make those decisions. Billy Crystal could never have that much power over me. No God. No God. I'm just saying, like, oh, hello. A Porsche rolled up. Hi, my name is Portia. What was the purpose of the movie? I'm trying to remind myself, like, what was the honest idea of the messaging behind the vehicles? Ants, it looked odd. It still weirds me out the faces they used and the way that they use the coloring, you know, in reference for this. Like, yeah. Oh, I wish he would have kept that passion project in the passion pit. I wish we never saw it. Yep. You miss Shark Tales? I'll let you have that tiara. I don't want none of it. I don't want none of it. I don't want none of it. Mm-mm. And whatever was that the one with Will Smith in there too? No, ma'am. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, I used to try to draw back in the day, Chi Chi, but I'm terrible at sketching. Y'all can have it. Mm-mm. It's a hot chop for me. Incredibles I think is one of the best they've done as far as Pixar is concerned, as far as a family story being told and giving some real like reality to what their situation was and their difficulty of juggling this home, as well as being a hero and having that praise from others and expect. There were some really deep story elements of The Incredibles, and I like the second one too. But like, it also gave me another feel for superheroes in a different light, not just Marvel and DC. It was like, oh, we have a different story. Kind of how I like Kick-Ass. Yet Kick-Ass 2 didn't need to happen, but the first Kick-Ass was everything. But I hated Kick-Ass 2. More than likely because Nicolas Cage was in the movie. But I hated Kick-Ass 2. Hated it. Well, no. No, I like Kick-Ass 1. I didn't like Nicolas Cage, but I think I liked him in this movie. I did like him in Kick-Ass. I did. Daddy. I did like Daddy in Kick-Ass. Yeah. I like the first Kung Fu Panda. I didn't like anything that came after that. Instead of fighting a tiger now, we're fighting a rhino. Instead of a rhino, we're fighting a lion. Who can't? What is happening here? Rhino style. Like, what? No. Okay, no, high key, Tiara. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is one of my favorite DreamWorks movies. Period. The sequel was unnecessary, but that first movie was a gag. If I do, I'm going to watch it in 4D so I can have like a roller coaster experience for 3 hours. Yeah. I wasn't there for I wasn't there for it. I wasn't there for it. I liked the first one. I did. I did. I did. Yeah. They should have stopped at Shrek 3. The first 2 were great. I didn't care for Shrek 3. It was like the same story again with babies. Favorite Disney princess movie? Favorite Disney princess movie. I have this new love for Moana. Like, I love that movie actually a lot. Favorite princess Disney movie. I mean, but I really like The Princess and the Frog. I really do. I thought that was great, and I'm not trying to be biased because it was a black princess, but like, if I was a kid when that had came out, I would have died and been resurrected again. I really did love that movie. My sister's favorite is The Little Mermaid. Mm, I think that's why I like Tiana though. It's like she wasn't privileged. You know what I'm saying? Like Tiana was like actually working and like she like had someone of royalty fall in love with her for being an honest and real person. It was a lot to her that I liked. You know what I'm saying? Like there was moments I could be for. Naveen would probably be the one. That would be the one. Naveen can get it. Mhm. And I don't want to hear nothing about it too, but from Beauty and the Beast, that man was low key toxic, but hey, I can hear someone now. What? The Beast girl. Ain't nobody coming in the house. Oh God, I can't. Even if she's the frog for most of the movie, which I hated, and we all talked about that. We had conversations about it. It still was a good movie, and she's still my favorite. So there. Soon it'll be Ariel again. I can't wait for this live action version of The Little Mermaid. I'm excited. I was fine with him, honey. I was like, woo. I was like tall. We got a nice house. It just needs to get a maid. We just need a maid. these objects are moving can pour tea for me. If I use the bathroom, I can say, I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Glug, 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 glug. You know what I'm saying? Very that. I'll make a note in the note section that at the 2-hour mark, we stopped reviewing the show when we went into just a conversation so that nobody feels like it's about to go on forever or whatever. But yeah. 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 I gotta go, y'all. It's been fun. It's been a little bit over my 2-hour marker that I was trying to do today here. We're at the 2-hour and almost 30-minute mark. But I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. I said tuing. Hi, Maddie. I'm drinking Chicago. Drunk in Chicago? I hope you're having a good time in Chicago. Okay. Okay. I'd apologize if I lived. Listen, if I lived in the era, such a hypocrite. If I lived in the era of the Flintstones, I'd be apologizing to the animals. I'm so sorry, baby. Don't worry about it. Like, I'd be apologizing. They know my activity. They're like, every time they see me come in the grocery store, God damn him. There he go. Hi, Maddie. Yeah. Girl, what flavor did he get? It really depends. I love it. No, I may not be there because I will literally already be in LA in May, and that feels like I'm taking 2 trips already. Like I may not be there for that one. It's possible, Tiara, I may come, but it depends on, if I start to get this Chantel foodie booty numbers that come my way. Let me make 12,000 a month from you too, bitch. I'd be there in a heartbeat. You see me everywhere. Y'all get tired of my ass. Shit. Either way, I'm going to try to make it. Now, tomorrow is the panel. Please tune in for that. We will have a lot to say, I'm sure. What we're going to do as well, let me see here. It's holding up. It's there. She's still, recovering. What was I about to say? What is this? Y'all want some tea? It's Dragula related. It was just shared to my little group. A particular contestant said that it no longer wanted to be associated with the franchise. And it's from the recent season of Dragula. They wrote on their story, no more Dragula logos on any of my gigs. I don't want it attached to them. I don't want it to be attached to them whatsoever. I can't wait for this NDA to be up and then I'll let the tea out. Oh, wait, people won't care by then. And I definitely won't. But we had to care in the beginning. Of course it's her. Flat-footed ass. Remember when we had that conversation about somebody playing the victim and that's not their role? Remember how it's we have selective hearing, so we choose what others say that affects us the most, and then we can re-ask somebody in a different tone to make it seem like they were being facetious when they asked those questions? Girl, who would care? Even if you said shit now, who would care? Who would care? Flat-footed having ass. Girl, with your ballet slipper wearing, having looking so. Girl, please. I'm really trying to think, like, who cares? Like, who would care? What could you say that's gonna make my head spin? When you know the Boulay brothers so well. I thought I thought that was a family. I am very confused how that's family and now all of a sudden not so much. When in reality, we can talk about the edit. And in reality, we can talk about how you was acting. And in reality, We have receipts and confirmation letters. A174B3F. Like, we got the confirmation. I have pre-boarding check-in. Girl, I hope not, because those contact lenses gonna roll right the fuck out and she don't need to waste a good pair on that. Boo. Who cares? Flat-footed having ass. Dooley posted that in our group, and I'm sitting here like, he's like, well, what do we even care? I'm like, girl, who, what? Like, I'm looking for season 5 of Dragula, and everybody else that was on season 4, with the exception of one particular contestant who went by a different name because they didn't want to be attached to their old titled ass, that I'm concerned about. Everything else, pooped. Pooped. Whew. Whew. You need some Dr. Scholl's in your life. Okay, I'm done yelling. I'm done yelling. I gotta go. Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have yourselves a great day. Drop a tip if you're feeling like it, but I seriously hit that thumbs up button. Get in this comment section afterwards. Give your opinions on this episode. If you didn't like what I had to say, I don't give a fuck. Try again next week. See if I care. It's my show. It's my opinion. I'm just giving it. Not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. It's all for entertainment. I need y'all to catch. Okay. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. All the puss in the world to you all. I love you so very much. Please take care of yourselves. You getting up this morning was already the first step for you doing the right thing. You continuing to accept what's in front of you so you know you can achieve and overcome those obstacles is already something that you're doing, okay? Seriously. Nothing is too hard in this life. Well, shit. There's a lot of hard things, but we can overcome them. We can do it. Thank y'all for being here. I love you. Love yourselves. I will see you tomorrow for the Pental, Puss, listen, and all that good shit. Until next time, Activia, sponsor me. I'll see y'all. Bye.
Listen.